Alright, let's flash this video into existence. There we go. Okay, now that we big banged that video into existence, well, let's take a look at, well, a video game, the world of the video game, perhaps a package with a video game. Alright, let's go.
Now entering Glory Hole.
We're off to take a look at, let's check out Mega Man. And actually, the Mega Man game you see on the screen is not the one that I'm going to look at. I'm going to unpackage ROCKMAN 4 Complete Works, or ROCKMAN Complete Works 4. And I do like to unbox things, unpackage things. I sometimes do videos about unboxing and unpackaging things. And there we have it.
They're called phase pistols. They have two settings, stun and kill. It will be best not to confuse them.
Yeah, so at one time I unpackaged or unboxed a phase pistol, and that's not the only thing I've unboxed. Let's take this out of the box. What do we got here? Oh! We have a proton pack. Ghostbusters proton pack. A Spirit Halloween Ghostbusters proton pack. Anyway, so yeah, I sometimes unbox stuff. I often talk about video games, and, well, I recently edited this video. I recorded myself unpackaging this game I recently purchased. And when I uploaded it to Instagram and then shared it on DTube and Steam it, I realized, you know, the short parts that for uploading to Instagram, because on Instagram it had to be a minute or less, each part of the video, I decided, you know, it would have been better if the whole thing was really together. So why not take that and remix it, or put it back together? Not really remix, but I'm going to call it a remix anyway, just because remix sounds cool. Put it back together and make an actual video, a full-sized video. And anyway, so here I am about to unpackage ROCKMAN 4 Complete Works for the PlayStation, a Japanese import. Here I am about to unpackage it. And please excuse the fact that I'm using different cameras with different volume capabilities, and the software that I have that is able to edit these videos, all these video formats, is not very good for dealing with the sound quality differences of the different recording devices I've used. Alright, let's flash this video into existence. There we go. And yes, I'm unboxing something in a laundry room. This is a washing machine in front of me, and well, it's a nice quiet spot, and the light is good here, and this is a nice flat surface to work on. Anyway, here's something I got in the mail today, and because the process of traveling the mail seems to have ripped it, this should make it easy. And I've been watching Cyber Demon 531's videos for quite some time, and thanks to her eBay channel, after I learned about the eBay channel, eBay store, I have discovered, thanks to her videos, and acquired, thanks to her eBay store, yep, Mega Man 4 for the PlayStation. Okay, so there, I unpackaged it. It's out of the package, but really, I mean, when you do an unboxing video, you usually talk about the object that you're unboxing a little bit more than that. So, yeah, there's more to this. So, more parts, and of course, I'm going to continue on to talk about my thoughts on the Mega Man series. Sure, I ramble awkwardly when I have lots of time, but when I know I'm trying to make it short, sometimes I'm even more awkward. Yep, Mega Man 4 for the PlayStation. Well, ROCKMAN, as Mega Man is known in Japan, is a video game series I really liked. Mega Man 4 was a one of my favorites of the original Mega Man series. I also really like the Sega Mega Drive cartridge that has a, I consider it easier to play version of Mega Man 1, 2, and 3. Mega Man 3 is another favorite of mine. But I like the series in general. Mega Man X is another favorite of mine. It's like a sequel, but it's like a sequel series. It's like a perfect new beginning on its own, but it's also like Mega Man the Next Generation. Okay, so there I talk about Mega Man a little bit, and of course, when I uploaded this to DTube and Steam it, in the little Instagram-sized bits, that made an excellent excuse for me to talk about other videos I've done, including ones where I've unpackaged or unboxed other things, such as the At Games version of the Sega Genesis Mini, the At Games, mispronounce my words here, At Games Sega Genesis console, the one that actually had a cartridge slot. And when I take a look at that, of course, one of the games I take a look at is the Mega Man game for that system itself. So, of course, perfect time for me to talk about that. I'm going to unbox this thing. This is an unboxing and a very quick and superficial review. So, hopefully you'll enjoy and stay tuned. As you can see, here's Mega Man. Alright, that button does that. This button does this, and everything's normal. Alright. Mega Man 1 in 16-bit. You know, I really like that game, Mega Man on the Sega Genesis. But it's not perfect. There's definitely glitches, and, the glitches that I'm thinking of at the moment are ones that only exist when you play it on the At Games clone console. Plays pretty good on an actual Sega Genesis. And certain parts of the game I do find awkward, but for a Mega Man game, yeah, I find it pretty playable and very fun. But anyway, let's move along to part 3. When I first got my import converter for the Sega Genesis, thus Sega Mega Drive, was Sailor Moon and Mega Man were the two games that I was most interested in, even though it took me a lot longer to get access to the Mega Man game than the Sailor Moon game. It was something that was always on my mind with import converting. And here's the Japanese version of the PlayStation game for Mega Man 4. ROCKMAN Complete Works for ROCKMAN 4, or Mega Man 4 as many of us would know it. Alright, so now that we've watched another part of the original video, of course that's another excuse for me to talk about other videos I've done, and other videos I've done where I've referenced Mega Man. And looking back at what I was thinking of at the time, you know, the Retro Freak, it's an import game console, an import emulation box. And it emulates Sega Genesis games really well. And of course, once again, I stick the old Sega Genesis Mega Man game into that and load it up. So here we go. Why not take a quick look at me unboxing bubble wrap and the box within the box. So we're partway there. Just a quick sample of one of my old videos. See, it loads the cartridge, or all the data from the cartridge, right to the game system. And I'm going to use this controller here, because I think this is the best way to play this game. And it remembered where I was last time. Which is good if you have a game that has a faulty save game. This game is a little awkward, I find. Well, at least that spot in the game is really awkward. I really like that game. I actually find it very playable, and it's one of my favorite ways to play. Actually, it's my favorite way to play the first 3 Mega Man games. So don't take that as me disliking that particular game. Yeah, I haven't actually recorded any video game footage of the actual game that I'm unpackaging here, but you know, perhaps I'll do some later when I set up some of my equipment to properly record a video. In fact, the video clips I've been showing you of gameplay have been done very crudely with just a camera pointed at the screen, but because of the particular game systems I was doing at the time, that's how I recorded. And I don't normally record video game footage that way. and I acquired this. From the Cyber Demons, Cyber Demon 531's eBay store, and I found out of its existence from watching Cyber Demons 531's videos, which actually are quite entertaining. I think a high point for me was watching Toy Story 2 being live streamed, the video game. I believe the PC version of it. And at the end of the video, two hilarious, parallel, yet technically unrelated, but similar conversations at the end, joking about the personal life of Buzz Lightyear, who's voiced by Tim Allen, joking about Buzz Lightyear's personal life at the same time as joking about straight guys that just aren't willing to try penis. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, that was just what popped in my mind as one of my favorite little moments watching a Cyber Demon, Cyber Demon 531 video, and yeah, I actually thought that was a very entertaining and insightful little moment of things you just normally don't see while people, or normally don't hear while people playing Toy Story 2. You just don't see that often. And I think that was a good combination, a good time to bring that up, and a good thought.
Like, here's the thing with, like, the traditionalist people. You know what I mean? Like, imagine, like, living your entire life never having dick in your mouth. Like, what the fuck? Like, how much of a loser do you have to be?
That's a pretty good point. I mean, most humans either have the internal or the external genital configuration, and they're pretty much split 50-50 amongst the human population. And you're only going to try one of them?
What kind of choice is that? That's like, I will never eat pizza because, well, it's against my religion.
Another great analogy. I mean, it's like somebody said, I like lasagna, so I will never eat pizza. Of course, I was just bringing in the whole lasagna versus pizza thing. Cyber Demon 531 said something similar. I'm just kind of paraphrasing, but anyway, yeah, there was also the Tim Allen thing that I remembered. Some absurd, crazy pervert came up with the idea of the cowboy and the cowgirl characters having a threesome with Buzz Lightyear. What crazy, absurdly perverted individual would come up with something like that? And take a look at the chat, and yeah, it was me. It was Joey Fancy, yeah. I'm the one that came up with it, and then people joked about
Buzz would just watch. Honestly, I think Buzz is a watcher.
what Buzz would or wouldn't do, based on the fact he's voiced by Tim Allen. So, you can just kind of guess, the general reaction to that. And of course, because I've learned of this game thanks to Cyber Demon 531's videos, and bought it from her eBay store. As such, it was only fair for me to mention such things, and of course I didn't ask permission before I ripped off those video clips, but I don't think anybody's going to sue me. Anyway, so, this was uploaded to DTube and Steam it, and of course, great excuse for me to stick in links to somebody else's video that I thought was worth checking out. And go ahead, check out her videos. And I suppose that would take time away from checking out my videos. But you're probably doing this on YouTube anyway, and I've pretty much given up on caring about YouTube. And maybe I shouldn't say that because I might upload this to YouTube. Nobody's watching anyway. Anyway, besides that, go check out Cyber Demon 531's videos. And if you're not going to do that, well, you might as well check out some more of my videos. But this is not over yet. I still have one part left to this video that was previously chopped up for Instagram. Anyway, I sometimes do videos on packaging stuff, and here we have Mega Man. And let's see if I can pop this open with one hand. One hand on the camera, the other hand on the... There we go. There. Cool. There we go. Good old Mega Man. Also had some great comic books where the character crossed over with Sonic the Hedgehog. Yep, Mega Man. Anyway. This I'll be adding to my video game collection, and hopefully I'll be getting around to playing it a fair bit in the near future. Yeah, so there it was. There, you've even taken a look inside the case I have. Unpackaged, a package that had Mega Man Complete Works 4, well, ROCKMAN 4 Complete Works, whatever, for the PlayStation, the Japanese version of the PlayStation. And in that last little bit, I made an offhanded reference to the Mega Man Sonic the Hedgehog crossover comics. Those were actually really good. I recommend anybody who hasn't checked them out, go and check them out. And anybody who has checked them out, you probably remember them. And no, you should read them again because they were good. Started off with a little story arc where, of course, the villain characters set the two hero characters at odds with each other. Then there was like a massive team up, and well, you know, it was part Sonic the Hedgehog, so of course it was going to end with a super-powered space battle, but, you know, that was good. And then there was like a follow-up they did later, a second crossover. That was good too. My favorite was actually the first crossover that focused on Sonic and Mega Man even more. And then they brought in other Sega and Capcom universes for the second crossover. Anyway, I'm going on about that a little too much. Anyway, within this video was just me putting together those video clips of me unpackaging this Mega Man game, and I didn't record any video game footage or anything like that, not of that game itself, but you know, I referenced other videos I have done. I tried to somewhat reflect the Steam It articles and DTube videos that DTube, what's the word for it? It was actually an Instagram video posted to DTube and shared on DTube, which also creates a Steam It article, and I've referenced the other media experiences you could have with this video upload of mine back when I first turned the Instagram videos into DTube videos. Yeah, I'm wording that badly, but I'm just basically saying, you know, if you're interested, go ahead, look for some more of my videos and go ahead and check them out. And, yeah, I guess that's about all there is for me to say about it. You can also check out Cyber Demon 531's stuff. You know, as thanks to her, I found out about the existence of this game and was even able to purchase it. Anyway, if you've enjoyed, like I said before, feel free to check out more of my stuff. And thanks for watching. Peace out, live long and prosper, and all that wonderful stuff.